Hey mini Maniac kids, this is McElroy, and today I'm going to go over some of my running drills that I do before and after runs. I highly recommend to do this before runs just to warm up the body. So today I'm going to start with A-skips, very basic drill. What you want to do is you want to really drive the arms, and you're basically doing high knees, but it's more of a skip. You want to focus on being straight up and having good posture, making sure the core is engaged. So I'll show you guys how it's done. A skips. The second drill is B skips. So I'll go over that. Again, you want to be really tall. You want to drive your arm opposite leg, and then you want to kick out. So it's more of a kick. And then you want to go left arm, right leg. So I'll show you how it's done. The next drill I'm going to show you guys is karaoke's. This is, it's important not to trip over your foot, and you really want to get a good twist when you're doing this, because you want to focus on like a lot of movement. Movement is good for warm-up and cool-down. That's going to work on flexibility in your core, your legs, your hips, your pelvis. So here is a karaoke. Third drill that I like to do is high knees, and the important thing to do here is to focus on good arm drive and getting your knees up as high as you can to your chest. And the last drill I'll go over is butt kicks. Again, staying very straight up, eyes forward, good arm drive. One thing I do recommend is your wrists should be up to your chest. When you drive, you want to be up here. You don't want to be on your chest, but you kind of want to be right in front of. So when you're coming up, you kind of want to be where your pectoral is, in that area when you're driving your arm. So I'll go over the final drill, which is butt kicks. Hey guys, I just want to go over one last thing, and that's tactics. So in running, the best thing is pacing yourself. If you've ever gone out too hard and then you start blowing up at the end of the race or the workout, it's important to find what pace works best for you. So in a race, I like to start out pretty fast within the first couple minutes, and then settle into a pace that I feel like I can hold for the entire the entire race, whether it's a 5K or a 10K. And so you want to gauge based off, you want to find someone who's at your level or running the same pace, and you can gauge that off whether you know them as a friend or as a competitor, and try to just stay with them. I like to sit behind someone when I'm running and draft, and if the pace slows down, I always like to lead it and make sure that I apply a lot of pressure to the race. The thing that I like to do in races that I'm gonna show you in a couple of videos of me winning World Cup races is I like to attack within the last couple minutes of the race. And that means completely empty the tank and give everything you got. Start your sprinting speed earlier than the last 100, 200 meters. You're starting minutes out. And I like to break the competitors mentally during that race so that they completely give up. Because once you break your competitors or you pass them and you put a 10, 15 foot gap, mentally they will break. So that's something I recommend. I'll put a couple videos in here. The first one I'll just go over was in San Domingo. That was my final race of the year. I was next to the two other Americans, Morgan Pearson and Kevin McDowell. And with 800 meters, I decided to attack, give everything you got. You can see I'm driving my arms and I'm going for the win, and I come out on top. And it wasn't until about 2 minutes into that attack, when I just started driving my arms, that I was able to finally enjoy that victory, look back, and take the win. The second race was the second to last World Cup, and I made a move on the downhill. So sprinting the downhill and committing to that move is the most important thing. when I say committing, it's really important that you do not look back. When you commit, you're 100% focused on what's ahead of you, your eyes are up, and you start driving your arms. You start your finishing kick way before you think you can. And it's all mind over matter. So as you can see, I probably came down the hill and pulled away from the competitors, and I did not look back until I knew I had a clear gap on the competitors and took another win, making it a three-peat for me last year, winning 3 World Cups at the end of the season.